So here's what doesn't make sense. Okay, so for the last 3 or 4 months, Democrats have been saying every night in this show, Trump is a puppet of the Kremlin. He's doing the bidding of the Putin government. The entire Russian economy is based on energy. Trump's views on energy are very pro-American. He wants more energy exploration and production in this country. He's totally for fracking. If you were doing the Kremlin's bidding, you would have Al Gore's position. You'd be against fracking, and you'd be talking a lot about global warming. How does that even make sense that Trump is doing the bidding of Russia?
Well, it makes sense that Trump is doing the bidding of Russia if you look at the actions that he has taken as president. The actual things that he has done is he has removed sanctions on the FSB, which is the Russian spy network. He's also attacked NATO, which is one of the top priorities of Vladimir Putin. And he continues to praise Putin at every turn. And not only that, it goes up and attacks the European Union, which again is an adversary of Putin.
He loves Putin. I'll grant you that. I mean, I don't think it's true, but whatever. NATO was a bulwark against Soviet communism. It was great. But you got to think that Putin's priorities maybe have changed a little bit in the 26 years since the Soviet Union collapsed, and that maybe maintaining their economy might be at the top of the list. So Trump is actually working against Russian interests on that, the biggest question of all. And he's also calling for more military spending and expanding the U.S. Navy and Air Force. Why in the world would Putin be for that?
I mean, I don't understand how you can say that Putin is for American policy and that Donald Trump is whatever you just said.
I'm just making the obvious point that Al Gore and Hillary Clinton's views on energy, the single most important question in the Russian economy, are much closer to Putin's than Trump.
And what I'm saying is that the single and most important thing for the Russian economy is the lifting sanctions, and that is what Donald Trump and his administration is doing.
That's not true at all.
No, it is absolutely.
It is absolutely true. That is why, as you know, which is why they funded propaganda against fracking.
No, I mean the most important thing, which is why that the ambassador to Russia, Kislyak, freaked out when it looked like the administration was going to impose new sanctions, which is why they called Michael Flynn.
They don't want sanctions, but
well, I mean, it is a disaster for their economy.
But their propaganda channel is not running long pieces about sanctions, running long pieces about fracking. And how it's bad. They're on your side with the fracking.
First off, the Russian propaganda absolutely was running long pieces about sanctions. They were boosting that up right after Donald Trump won, and they were talking about what an important boon this was going to be for the Russian economy. So you're wrong on that front.